Hello and welcome back to the channel, friends. It's good to be here. I hope you're doing well. We are getting back onto the farm here today, folks, with another playthrough of another Farm Roguelike. So we have two completed playthroughs on the channel. The first one featured a farmer and his crops and chocolate chip cookies. The second one featured the ambitious fisherman who basically caught, 3, 4, 5,000 sturgeon and turned that into a wild stack of cash. We made a lot of money in that one. Both of those playthroughs are on the channel if you want to check them out and you like this game. You definitely want to check out the Fisherman Run if you haven't seen it yet. Really fun stuff there. But today we are starting a new playthrough and the focus is going to be on animals this time. So I feel like animals is kind of a key element, right? That we're sort of missing with the overall experience of the game. And I'm excited to kind of dive in and see what the animals can bring to the table for us as far as income and, you know, what kind of products can we craft from them? How much money can we make? How successful can we ultimately be? So the focus is animals in this one here, folks. And like I said, we're going to be starting a brand new farm. So let's rock and roll. And obviously, the character to choose, I mean, there's one that kind of shines above the rest as far as focusing on animals goes, and it's the shepherd. So the shepherd has animals in the shop already unlocked, which is very good because that is a costly upgrade for the shop. I believe it costs like $12,000. So we're going to go with the shepherd here. And the shepherd also allows the maximum number of animals to increase, which is great for us with our focus being animals. So we're going to go hard here, which is a 7-week test of survival, with the operative word being survival. We'll see how good we can do here. We'll see how strong the animals can be here. And we're going to hop right on in here, folks. And while we're hopping in, if you are enjoying the content on the channel, please consider becoming a subscriber. I would love to have you in this awesome community that we have. So let's scout. Let's take a peek. Let's look at what we're dealing with here. Let's look at what we're working with. So let's just kind of go 360 here. What do we have? The first thing that jumps out to me is, wow, look at all of this coal here, folks. Coal is good, obviously. But this is a pretty populated map, right? There's a lot of just things going on here on this map. There's very little open space, I think is what I'm trying to say. And what that does is it creates the need for, you know, to use your energy on clearing out space. If I know anything about animals, and this is literally my third playthrough, so I don't really know anything about animals. But from what I've seen, animals require fences, right? And fences take up space. So we have to build, you know, a spacious fence, right? And to do that, we need open ground. So I think there's going to be a lot of deforestation and mining just kind of required early on here in this playthrough so we can get our animals established. I don't think animals are something you just kind of jump into quickly. I think it's more of something that you kind of get into maybe week 2, week 3. So all of that said, I think it puts the emphasis on having to upgrade our tools and get them upgraded relatively quickly. We want efficient tools. We want to efficiently use our meager 225 starting energy here. So that's probably going to be the focus here for week 1. Let's get our tools upgraded. Let's probably sell some of our ore product to meet the 1200. And last run it was 700, folks. Now it's 1200. So it is scaling upward rapidly. Let's see if we can be victorious in this one. So let's check out what we have for the week. We have upgrade day, which is typical. We have full bottle. Consumable gives 1 more stack. We have bee crisis. We have sunken treasure. Possibility of catching a treasure. Okay. We have bee crisis again. Wow. The bees are in crisis mode here this week, folks. And then we have payment day. That's the day, of course, when we will owe the 1200. So first and foremost, starting out, let me just check the shop here. So you can see normally there's a button here where you can click to unlock animals, but it's already unlocked. And we have sheep and pig available. I think it's probably important to kind of focus on maybe one animal type early on, because you do have to feed them to get their product. So as for instance here, the sheep requires wheat, parsnip, carrot. The pig, potato, pumpkin, radish. So we are going to have to add some crops as well, which of course takes more space. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get a furnace on the board. And that's going to require, of course, the mining of stone here. So we have 22 stone. That's good enough for at least one furnace. So why don't we get it on the board? And where are we going to put it? I think right here is like a decent spot for it. Right near this water. So that's all built up. And then we want 3 coal and 3 copper. We get 2. Let's go for 3. Now we got 5. This is kind of the way it works sometimes. So we're getting some copper bars here. Let's get more stone. Let's get another furnace. And our energy just rapidly depletes. It really does. Can we get it built, though? Yep, we sure can. Don't have any coal. Let's see if we can get a small coal stone here and get it mined. We can't. We run out of energy there. That's about all we're going to be able to do. Mine a few rocks, put down a furnace, and end our turn. Let's check out the quest, though. Okay, so we have 30 iron, raw iron, for 90 wheat. That's not a bad trade. 5 gold for 2 polished stone, it looks like. That one's a rip-off, but this one's decent. See if maybe we can turn that in. We'll just kind of have to see. But let's end the day and see what our first upgrade consists of. Day 2 dawns, and what do we have? We have Diamond Pact. Gives all diamond tools, but max energy minus 175. Goodness. Rich Harvest. All crops have 50% to give 1 more resource. And then Headhunter. I don't like any of these, really. So let's roll it. Dandy. Clothes value plus 20%. No crows. Alchemy pot. I mean, this is kind of nice. We're going to go with Dandy. And I didn't mean to do that. That's something I've noticed with this game. Like sometimes when you're clicking in a menu, it'll, you know, activate things on the world map here. But I mean, I think our mind is made up. Like we have to focus on sheep, and we have to do it early. Like I don't think there's any question about that now. So let's get some coal. Need lots of coal for sure. And actually, before I go a little further with this, let's get a copper pickaxe. We want the copper pickaxe. We want a copper axe. Pickaxe is nice, though, because it's going to get us just more efficiency, right? And that's precisely what we need more of. Especially given our energy is kind of where it's at right now, right? So let's get that built. Let's mine some iron. Let's get 3 units of iron in there. And let's see if we can get some more stone. We're going to focus on probably mining in this first week here. We just kind of need to. Need lots of furnaces. So let's see if we can get this built maybe. And we do. Nice. But we don't have enough coal, really, to make use of our copper reserves. Let's go ahead and sell that apple. And let's end our turn there. We're looking at full bottle next turn. Alright, we have some bars here. 3 iron, 7 copper. Can we get the iron pickaxe? We cannot. But we can get a copper axe, which is nice. Let's get a copper watering can. Copper hoe. Copper shovel. You bet. And let's go ahead and let's focus on some iron this time. And obviously some coal as well. Let's get some more iron bars to get our tools to the next tier here. Here's some iron. Let's see. Got some big iron nodes right there. Let's take a little more energy to mine out, so let's see if we can't be kind of careful. Let's take down one of those big ones here. Alright, so we're getting a full gambit of iron next turn. So I think we spend the rest of our energy kind of getting some stone. If there's any around. Yeah, there's plenty down here. So let's grab some stone. We'll probably need some mines as well. Alright, we have 31 stone. Let's go ahead and add yet another furnace. I kind of see... I kind of see just selling ore as our early win condition here. It's probably the most effective way we can get out of week 1 alive. And I really do think the difficulty is going to be ramped up quite a bit more compared to the other playthroughs. It just feels like it's going to take a little while to get the animals off the ground and making products that we can sell for profit, right? So let's cast a fishing rod to no avail. Looking at a bee crisis tomorrow. Day 4 dawns here, folks. So let's grab our bars and let's get our tools upgraded here. So first and foremost, let's get... Don't have enough copper. Let's get an iron pickaxe. An iron axe. Prefer to save at least 3 iron bars. Yeah, we'll be alright. Let's get some more copper now. This actually helps us clear out some space. Get some copper. We're going to need some copper to sell too. So of course we need some coal now too. There's plenty of that. All right, let's do a round of copper here. Let's get some more stone. See if we can't get 20 more and get another furnace on the field. There we go. All right, let's get the furnace down. And you guessed it. Get some more copper. Can always use some coal, so let's just spend the rest of our energy grabbing some coal. We're looking at sunken treasure tomorrow. Don't know that I'll really do too much with that. We have other pressing matters. Alright, copper. Let's get our hammer upgraded. All the way up to an iron hammer. We have the iron watering can. So now we're up to the gold tier set, which means we need gold. Gold is usually pretty scarce, but let's take what the game gives us here. So we have 9 units of gold, which is actually pretty good, excuse me. So yeah, let's grab some gold. Actually, the game kind of hooked us up with gold this time around. Don't have any coal, so let's work on that then. Alright, our furnaces are full. So let's see if we can get some stone and maybe get one more furnace on the board. Could always use it. Okay, perfect. That should be about enough. It sure is, so let's throw another furnace in there. Let's get a unit of gold. Get some more iron, and how's this copper selling? Selling right kind of in the middle. So do we roll the dice here? That's the question. We definitely need to make some cash, for sure. Might actually be able to get one more furnace down. If we get lucky. What do we have? We have 14 stone. Alright, plenty. So let's go ahead and build another furnace. And we're going to fill this one up with copper. And we are going to probably sell all of our copper next turn to meet our rent here. So in the meantime, let's see if we can't catch something. Not catching much. Yeah, that was not a good use of our energy. But it was worth it. Maybe we could get the sunken treasure. We didn't, but, you know, it was a possibility. So let's end our turn there, and let's hope our copper is selling for good. We'll see. I mean, this map did gift us with a lot of gold just right off the bat. So what are we selling? 37. So it's down just a little bit. But we're forced to sell. We have to. It's not quite enough. So let's go ahead and craft a golden pickaxe and a golden axe for sure. Golden hammer. 77. The rock hopper is selling for 18. We're like 500 off. Iron bar. So that's 150. Could probably sell all this copper and get it. Yep. We just barely got it. But it does allow us to convert our tools. So watering can. Probably want that. And the hoe as well. Need essentially one more gold bar, but that's going to be okay. Alright, we have a full energy bar. I think the important thing to do here is to start clearing some space for a farm field. So why don't we chop some of this stuff down? And why don't we get a farm field installed here? Alright, there we go. So let's see. We can make a little bit of income here. And if we're going all in on sheep, right? I believe the sheep eats wheat, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the sheep eat wheat. So let's start a little field of wheat here. Do they eat parsnips? I think they do. So let's get some parsnips as well. The pigs like radish. I think the cows like radish too, I want to say. Don't really have enough to re-roll. So why don't we go ahead and just kind of... Let's get these seeds planted. And watered. Let's get our scarecrow built. Now let's get some more raw resources for our furnace, which all starts with coal. There's some gold. That's actually real useful. So we're going to get some copper, and we're just going to... Let's just do all the gold. Let's do the iron as well. And copper for the rest. So we need 6 more units of copper. Or sorry, coal. So let's make that happen. Alright, we're all good there. Probably a good idea to get some more stone. We need 30 stone for a mine. I think I'm kind of interested in going for a mine here. So there's enough stone for a mine. So let's go ahead and clear out a little space. Get a nice spot for a mine here. And let's see, let's just have it set to stone there. Let's get this last little node of gold. And let's see here. Maybe I'm able to kind of sell a few of these things. Get a shop reroll and some additional seeds. It's definitely a possibility. Probably sell this raw copper. These are meager beginnings here, folks. So let's go ahead and roll. What else do we have? We have potatoes, beetroot, pumpkin, cabbage, more radishes. Who eats radish? I'd love to get a sheep up here so I could see. Wheat, kale, radish. Cabbage, kale, radish. I'm pretty sure the sheep eat parsnip, wheat, and... I suppose it doesn't really show me, does it? No, it doesn't. I don't think it's cabbage. Kale, radish. I think we can probably go with the radish. That'll be okay. It's only 5 seeds anyways, right? Alright, what do we have? Let's get some more coal. Let's get a nice little stockpile of that. And let's call it a week there. 1,200 coming out of the bank. So 1,200 does come out there. Let's make sure crops stay watered. Let's get all of this. And let's see, copper bar. Selling high end here. This is great. So let's sell it all. And folks, we owe 7,500, which is quite a bit. I mean, that scales up a lot from 1,200. I wonder if this is kind of what we're facing with this one. Certainly a possibility. So let's check the shop here quick. We have chickens, radish, carrot, pumpkin, potato, kale. We're going to buy some radish. Actually, I think it's carrot. Yeah, it's carrot if I remember right. So let's get some carrots planted here. Suppose we could get some radishes down too. Why not? Let's get our fields watered up. And I think what we do here, folks, is we get this stuff mined down. We get it smelting. Because we definitely want some more copper bars to sell. And actually, we have 5 gold bars. Let's go ahead and upgrade our shovel. And I think another important thing to do is probably get this seed machine. It's going to set us up for success. So let's get some of these bushes down. They're relatively easy to clear. Low energy investment. Give us a little bit of cash. But will also, more importantly, give us wood. So we're going to get a seed machine down. I think it's kind of a no-brainer. Alright, perfect. Alright, so for fencing, we also need wood. So I think continuing to get wood is important. There's a nice little open spot right here. Maybe we can build a fence area in here. So let's chop down all these. Alright, what do we have? Apple selling decent. Cocoa selling real good. 52 wood. How about the orange? Selling good as well. Perfect. So since cocoa's selling good, let's go ahead and grab another cocoa tree. Every little bit counts here. What are we looking at? 25 coal, 16 copper. Let's go ahead and convert the rest of our gold. And the rest goes to copper there. How about the shop? What are we looking at here? Pumpkins, potatoes, kale. Wheat, I believe, is pretty important. Beetroot, kale. Okay, so here's some sheep. They eat wheat, parsnip, and carrot. Let's buy that entire 6 stack right there. And let's get these crops in the earth. Perfect. Alright, that actually kind of worked out well. At least the numbers of it all. We had just enough money to purchase the sheep. More importantly, we got just enough wheat. So looking forward, kind of what are we looking at here? I think that is the question. It's going to be a combination of a few things for sure. We're going to look at getting our fences down, right? So we are growing wheat, parsnip, and carrots. We can use our seed machine to, of course, repurpose them into more seeds. We can get some kind of early sheep down. I'll probably build a fence right up here. I think that makes sense. We can get some early sheep down, and we can start getting some of the sheep product, which I believe you're eventually going to be able to get, you know, the tailor here. And then it's the loom right here. So the loom can process wool and hide, right? So I think that's going to be an important next step. And then eventually we can start crafting some of this clothing, which is essentially going to allow us to obviously make benefit of our dandy perk here, but also keep the lights on, because we're really up against the income in this one. It's very, very tight feeling so far. So let's end our turn. Let's take a peek at the upcoming week, and let's see what we're looking at. Week 2 dawns, and we have the blind merchant, which is very funny to me. It's very immoral, but funny, right? Obviously, you're like, what? Going behind the Go behind the counter and stealing from the cash register or something while the merchant isn't looking. Don't really know what's going on there, but probably something we can get a little bit of benefit out of. We have upgrade day tomorrow. We have forager, +1 resource when destroying objects, so that's a good opportune time to mine. We have rotten wood, no trunk appears after destroying a tree. That might be a good or a bad thing. Meteor shower. A meteor hits the ground, destroying anything it hits. Ores appear at the point of impact. That is kind of ominous. Interesting that it's a quote-unquote good event. Hopefully it doesn't, land right here. We have lazy, -50 energy. And that is the day before payment date. So we're going to be really challenged in this one. What kind of quest are we looking at? Okay. I mean, I don't want to say the deck is stacked against us in this one, but it kind of feels like it. I think we have to get our sheep out on the field ASAP. Looks like we have some parsnips to harvest here. We need this wheat. Basically, we need the full gambit. We need to start getting wool, and we need to start getting our sheep producing for us. Hopefully, we get a good upgrade too. But I think that is going to wrap up episode number 1 of our new playthrough series here, folks, of another Farm Roguelike. Feel like this one is going to be a lot more intense, at least compared to the last few that we've done. Obviously, that is the nature of hard here. And we're going to be tested. So hopefully the animals are strong enough to keep the lights on for us and keep us farming on this lovely farm that we're building. So I'm going to end the episode here. In typical fashion, we do 1 week per episode here. So you can keep your eyes peeled for the second week here, right? This current week that we're on, you can keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll have another episode dropping on the channel just as soon as I can. And if you're enjoying the vibe, you're enjoying the content, you're enjoying the playthrough, please consider becoming a subscriber to the channel. We'd love to have you a part of the community. So with that said, folks, I think I'm getting on out of here. Thank you so much for your viewership. I really do appreciate it. And like I said, stay tuned for episode number 2 in the playthrough series. And if you like this game, I've got 2 other completed series on the channel. Just check it out. It's on a nice, neat little playlist. That's all you got to do. Click in there. You can watch them one after the other if you like. So that said, folks, I'm getting out of here. Thanks so much, and we will catch you in the next episode. Thanks a lot.